It's safe to say that most of us enjoy watching a well-placed self-destruct light up the kill feed in the Overwatch League. But when the New York Excelsior are down a map in their very first series of 2020, it's more than just flashy, it's a coordinated series of plays that enables them to win a critical fight. And that's what makes it an implausible play. After a disappointing Lijiang Tower from the New York Excelsior, the powerhouse from the Big Apple found themselves a map down and on the back foot against the freshly formed roster of the London Spitfire. Moving into King's Row, it would be up to the NYXL to put their foot down in a strong defense. And it started off relatively well for New York. Their hold on the initial capture point whittled away 3 minutes of the Spitfire's time bank. Unfortunately for the Excelsior, during the final fight at point A, they used 4 ultimate abilities and were unable to complete the full hold. Now the payload is advancing through the streets of the city, and the NYXL are in an ultimate deficit. Only Hotba's self-destruct is available on the defense, whereas London have both the self-destruct and the earth-shatter. Although this new London roster is largely a team of rookies, you don't have to be a 3-year Overwatch League veteran to know about one of the most classic ultimate combos in all of Overwatch. With the far back respawns of the NYXL, by the time the next fight begins, the payload has already advanced nearly halfway through the second phase of the map, meaning the Spitfire feel confident that if they just commit all they have to a strong, quick fight, they can easily find their way into the final section of the map. The London Spitfire charge forward underneath the flying light of Bernard's self-destruct, and JMac uses his Earth Shatter on both Who Are You and Jonak to ensure a 2-player advantage for the Spitfire. Now in most scenarios, a 6v4 this early in a fight would mean a swift victory just like the London Spitfire wants. However, there are some details in their fast push that fly over their heads. Let's keep in mind during the next few moments that Hotba is still holding on to his own self-destruct, and should it be utilized properly, there are only 3 reliable tools to prevent the London Spitfire from losing a large portion of their team: JMac's barrier field, Babel's ice wall, and the natural walls and cover of the map. When New York turns the corner into a long alleyway, this is the perfect angle for Bernard's self-destruct. The Spitfire's off-tank makes the call, throws in the self-destruct, and the whole team pushes forward together. However, once the go button is pressed, Babel inexplicably uses the ice wall to no effect. It doesn't split anyone off, it doesn't block a line of retreat or prevent the Excelsior from taking cover, it just sits there hugging another wall. This means that both Nene and Mono can easily avoid the initial pressure of this push from London. Regardless, the attacking team can still move forward and land the Earth Shatter necessary to give them the advantage they crave. Jonak, however, in the moment preceding his life flashing before his eyes, plants the seeds of his revenge. One well-placed sleep dart landing onto JMac means that once this push is stalled out, the Reinhardt of London is vulnerable. Mono, with his barrier destroyed and his shift key at the ready, charges forward and continues the stun chain on the enemy main tank, pinning JMac into the ice wall placed earlier by Who Are You. Although Mono sacrifices himself to disable and damage JMac, he enables Nene to eliminate JMac from the safety of the offshoot alleyway. Meanwhile, from the high ground they took cover in, Hotba and Onimo are ready to re-engage. With the ice wall expended and the barrier field eliminated alongside JMac, Onimo only has to prevent London from reaching 1 bit of cover, the closest available cover to them inside the tavern. Using his wall ride and the speed boost from Lucio, Onimo is just barely able to get an angle that enables his sound wave to displace Hylie, Sanguinar, and Glister. Even with a movement speed increase from Sanguinar, those 3 cannot avoid the perfectly placed self-destruct from Hotba, and once the bomb is detonated, only Bernard and Babel remain alive for the Spitfire. What started as a 6v4 in their advantage is flipped on its head in one foul swoop, and all the remaining Spitfire players can do is backpedal away from the payload as fast as possible. Off the back of this defense, the New York Excelsior are able to stall enough time off the clock to prevent a full capture of the map from the Spitfire, giving them a fine win condition on their own attack run. The Excelsior push through all 3 points, win the map, and turn the momentum of the series into their favor. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. If you liked the video, there's a button for that down below, and make sure to tune in and subscribe. Were you impressed by the rapid-fire decision-making from the NYXL? Let us know what you think. And while you're at it, check out some more videos with Elohel Esports.